South Africa's fresh produce market is a 53 billion rand industry that is over time being plagued by anti-competitive behaviours. This is the Competition Commission's probe that was initiated in March 2023 uncovered aspects and features that have impeded, restricted and distorted competition in the fresh produce market.
The Commission had been receiving a number of complaints alleging anti-competitive conduct in the fresh produce value chain. Secondly, you will all recall that the Commission had published a concentration study which, amongst other key findings, found that the agricultural sector in South Africa is characterized by high levels of concentration at different levels of the value chain.
The investigation looked at 5 fruits, including apples, citrus and bananas, as well as 6 vegetables that included potatoes, spinach, onions and tomatoes. The inquiry came through with findings.
Inefficient municipal fresh produce markets, inefficiencies in the value chain, conduct of fresh produce market agents, high input costs, particularly for certain fertilizers and seeds, regulatory obstacles, and systemic barriers to entry for small-scale, emerging and historically disadvantaged farmers.
The Commission has come up with 31 recommendations, which includes legislative interventions and policy reforms for municipalities and retailers.
Municipalities, in collaboration with the South African Local Government Association, SALGA, and the South African Union of Food Markets, SAUFM, must change the operating and governance models for the NFPMs which they own and operate, with particular emphasis on the need for accounting separation. That is, a separate budget, procurement lines, and accountability through a stable board of directors.
They found that, amongst others, supermarket sales and pricing revealed instances of higher markups compared to what suppliers are paid for some of the selected products.
Retailers, namely Shoprite Checkers, Pick n Pay, Woolworths, the Spar Group, Food Lovers Market and Massmart, must display pricing on a per 100 gram basis for the 11 prioritized fresh produce products, in addition to any other pricing display chosen by the retailer. These retailers should, to the best of their endeavors, extend this pricing to all other fresh produce sold at their stores.
Trade, Industry and Competition Minister Paxdale received the report on behalf of government. One of the recommendations calls on the DTIC to implement measures to support farmers and the local and domestic fertilizer industry.
A lot of our engagements with trade partners involve and include the agricultural sector and fresh produce in particular. You would know that we've just submitted to the Chinese a list of 100 products to export to their markets based on the engagement that we've had with them. And this includes agricultural produce. And I think this report would enable us to, one, improve competitiveness, improve access to markets for those who have not been able to access these markets because they are historically disadvantaged. They don't have the muscle and capability to access the local market.
Municipalities working with SALGA have been given 3 years to harmonize the bylaws. Market agents also flagged on their commission fees, which flout price transparency, with the commission vowing to monitor adherence, failure to which the parties may find themselves appearing before the Competition Tribunal. In accordance with the Competition Act, the final report handed over to Minister Paxdale will be published in the Government Gazette and handed over to Parliament for consideration within 10 days, with the Competition Commission hopeful for transformation within the fresh produce market. SABC News in Pretoria.